Coming up on today's Liberty. Liberation and freedom reign. The bots' grip over the galaxy has been loosened yet again. The Squids are encroaching on Super Earth itself. Is a second full-scale invasion imminent? A moment of valor that proves Helldivers aren't afraid to get up close and personal with tyranny, and looking for unique strategic opportunities in today's Super Earth Art of War.
Helldivers to Hellpods. Repeat, Helldivers to Hellpods.
Helldivers, rejoice, for once again, liberty prevails. With hours still left on the clock, Classa and Zephyr stand liberated, their skies cleared of tyranny. At the same time, both Hellmire and Mentoria are firmly under Super Earth's control. In short, this major order is already a resounding success, and we've achieved it well ahead of schedule. But don't let victory make you sloppy. The bugs and bots are opportunistic fiends, and an attack could come at any moment. What we've gained today can be undone tomorrow if we let our guard down. Until High Command formally declares this order complete, every diver must remain vigilant, disciplined, and ready to drop at a moment's notice. Even when the brass pins another medal on the chest of Super Earth, we cannot afford to relax. Caution and duty aren't optional. They are the very lifeblood of managed democracy. So to every Helldiver in the field, congratulations. You've earned this moment of triumph. But keep your finger on the trigger and your eyes on the horizon, because the enemies of freedom never sleep, and neither can we.
Good day, Helldivers. Our next highlight comes from Super Reddit, where a post by user SkyNeedSkirts has caught the attention of the Helldiver core. Titled, Helldivers, Is This Concerning? The post raises alarms about the Illuminate, a persistent threat closing in on Super Earth's borders. The user, a relatively new Helldiver, writes, I would never question the decisions of Super Earth, nor manage democracy. I am a new Helldiver, and the proximity seems concerning. Why hasn't a major order been issued? It's a sentiment that resonates with many, as the Illuminate have recently been reported in unprecedented numbers near the outer sectors. The decision has sparked debate among core members, with some calling for a preemptive strike, while others urge patience, trusting the strategic command of Super Earth's managed democracy. Analysts remind us that proximity alone doesn't always trigger immediate action, but vigilance is key. Many fellow Helldivers chimed in, sharing reconnaissance reports and strategizing potential intercepts. The thread is quickly becoming a hub for tactical insight, proving once again that even rookie Helldivers can raise vital questions about the safety of our home.
So, should our new recruits be losing sleep over this?
Maybe a little, but remember, Super Earth has a plan. That said, if the Illuminate wanted a warm welcome, they're about to find it very, well, democratic.
Democratic, huh? Hopefully with more laser fire this time.
Let's hope, but if not, at least our new recruits will get a very hands-on introduction to managed democracy.
Helldivers, the Ministry of Science has issued a curious report. The notorious terminated Rupture strain appears to have vanished. Prior to their disappearance, these burrowing bugs displayed erratic, unpredictable behavior. Naturally, this is being blamed on some kind of undesired mutation, though whether it was a flaw or a feature is anyone's guess. Our top minds now suggest that the Terminids are substituting other mutations in place of the Rupture strain. Translation: expect to see more Predator strain and Spore Burst bugs, particularly on planets near or within the gloom. In other words, less surprise tunneling explosions, more everything else you really, really hate. Do not mistake this lull for victory. The Ruptures are almost certain to return, fiercer, trickier, and probably more insulting and uglier than ever before. Our analysts continue to monitor the situation, which means they'll send you the memo long after you've already been eaten. Until then, keep this tactical advice in mind. Adapt your loadouts, stay vigilant, and keep a sharp eye on local activity. The Rupture strain may be gone for now, but like all bad habits, they have a way of coming back, usually louder and at the worst possible moment. Now with the bug forecast done, let's see what the Galactic weather report holds for us today. Over to you, Helldiver Spizzo.
Good day, Helldivers! let's take a look at today's hostile climates across the galaxy. First up, Hellmire. Living up to its name with fire tornadoes tearing across the terrain like they've got a personal vendetta against you. Temperatures will be extreme barbecue, with the fire tornadoes twirling like nature's own flamethrowers. Combine that with local terminids, and you've got yourself a forecast of charred bug guts and second-degree patriotism. On the bright side, the Democracy Space Station is in orbit to keep you safe, or at least to watch and laugh politely while you roast. Meanwhile, over on Coapessa 4, it's chillier than a trader's handshake. The planet offers a perfect automaton playground with temperatures dropping low enough to freeze your democracy-loving toes off. Extreme cold warnings are in effect. It's so cold, even your stratagem beacons are considering early retirement. And make sure to keep your trigger finger from sticking to the trigger. Pack plenty of thermal grenades, not for combat, just to huddle around for warmth. So, whether you're sweating like a patriot on Hellmire or freezing solid on Coapessa 4, remember, freedom isn't free, but frostbite and third-degree burns sure are.
So, burn alive on Hellmire or freeze solid on Coapessa 4? Which would you pick?
Honestly, fire tornado. At least it's quick. Freezing just sounds like slow paperwork.
Any chance we could get a planet with, I don't know, a light breeze and mild sunshine?
Sure, if the Latin paradise Buenos Aires still existed, but it doesn't.
That's true. Damn bugs. Guess I'll just pack sunscreen and a snow shovel to cover all eventualities. Today's Moments of Valor comes to us from Helldiver Arson Man 1, Commander of the 5th, a proud private in the official Super Earth Salute Super Discord. The clip shows our brave Helldiver staring down a Bile Titan with nothing but an EAT-17 and a whole lot of misplaced confidence. Not content with solid ground, Arson Man 1 fires up the old hoverpack and sails straight into the monster's foul maw. The Titan closes in, jaws wide, and our Helldiver lets fly with the EAT at near point-blank range. Naturally, the explosion doesn't just obliterate the Titan, it also sends Arson Man 1 rocketing backward, smashing into the dirt and nearly bouncing off a rock like a ragdoll. But a quick stim later, and he's back on his feet, ready to spread managed democracy another day. As for the Titan, let's just say its voting rights have been permanently revoked. We here at the SCS salute Helldiver Arson Man 1. Thank you for your service, soldier. Want your moment in the spotlight? Join the official SCS Super Discord, now over 9,400 members strong, and submit your finest clips in Helldivers cinema. The more democratic, hilarious, valorous, or gloriously disastrous, the better. Who knows? You could be featured in the next episode of The Liberty, so get to submitting today.
In today's fan art spotlight, we're looking at a dynamic piece by Discord user Jay, capturing the chaos and grandeur of the Illuminate Super-Earth invasion. The scene is alive with both Helldivers and SEAF soldiers, with a Super-Earth flag waving behind them, set against the bold backdrop of a megacity. Above and around, the enemy presence is undeniable. A Leviathan dominates the sky, while a Harvester and Illuminate flesh mob, complete with hordes of voteless, underscore the relentless threat facing Super-Earth forces. Despite the intensity, the composition balances chaos with structure. The level of detail in the textures, from armor plates to the subtle glow of energy, draws the eye across the entire piece, rewarding careful observation with new discoveries in every corner. Remember, if you are an artist, be sure to always share your creations in the SES Super Discord fan art section for a chance to be featured in an episode of The Liberty.
Impressive, isn't it? Jay really makes you feel like you're in the middle of the fight.
Absolutely. I half expect my coffee to spill watching those voteless stream in. But hey, if anyone can survive that, it's our Helldivers.
True. Nothing says democracy like a coordinated resupply under fire. We conclude today's broadcast with another edition of the Super Earth Art of War. Helldivers, strategy isn't just about overwhelming firepower, though let's be honest, it usually helps. True victory often comes from spotting opportunities that others overlook. A discarded Hellbomb? To the untrained eye, it's a serious hazard. But to a Helldiver, it's a convenient solution to life's most pressing problems. History teaches us that innovation comes not from comfort, but from desperation. The first man to throw a grenade back at a bot wasn't reckless. He was simply rethinking property ownership. The first squad to use an automaton tank as an improvised taxi wasn't breaking protocol. They were redefining logistics, and were summarily blown up at a later point by other Helldivers who assumed them to be the enemy. So, when someone accuses you of using unconventional means, take it as a compliment. Liberty has never been conventional, and neither has managed democracy. Our enemies expect us to march straight, to think square, to fight by the book. But the book is also really heavy, and can also be thrown at them if necessary. Therefore, let us always remember, the greatest stratagem is not written in manuals or etched in doctrine. It's written in the split-second choices of Helldivers willing to improvise. For in the end, what is opportunity but tyranny, accidentally leaving its weak spot exposed? Start thinking like this, and you'll see real results faster than you can call in a 500 kg bomb. And on that patriotic note, we bring this episode of The Liberty to a close. Helldivers, if you haven't yet, check out our latest tactical briefing on melee weapons that we just uploaded. And of course, we'll see you all at 4 PM EST for another highly democratic stream. Until then, troops, stay forever free and never ever surrender. For Super Earth and democracy.